All right. Good outing by our guys. And again, I say good. I don't think it was great. Didn't think we had the emotion I think you need to come with every Saturday afternoon for whatever reason. I thought the offense ran the ball really well and were efficient. Defense wasn't happy. Gave up a big run. Never like to do that, and gave up some RPOs out of some different formations and stuff. And again, give Rhode credit. They do some nice things on offense, which we knew coming in. Again, a good football team, a lot better than what we looked like back in the old days. Again, Coach Fleming, good football coach, and from there, again, it's a win. And preseason's over. We get into Georgia Tech and the ACC next week, and I think that's what our kids are excited about. Questions?
What can you say about Izzy? He started the year off rushing for only 15 against WVU. Now he's averaging something like 155 yards per game since.
Yeah, Izzy's done a nice job when he pops through there. He can pop through there, as you guys see. And again, the offensive line did an outstanding job. So, they've done. We took what they gave us today, and we were able to run the ball. And if we can run the ball and have the ball for 35 minutes, it's a good day.
Is it fair to say that this is a run-first football team with how the play calling has gone the last 3 games?
It all depends on what they're giving us. If they're, you want to throw it if they're playing deep and giving you what they're giving us. So, we'll adjust every week based on what we're seeing and what they're going to give us. I'm sure Georgia Tech will be in the box trying to stop the run, and we'll move on to them here tomorrow.
That said, was there a goal coming into the game to attempt more lateral passes, side, screens, those kinds of things?
Yeah, it's just, again, it's what it is. We're running the ball, and then you're going to have some play action off that. We tried one play action deep shot and didn't complete it, and again, we had plenty of them in, but you just take what they're giving you.
What went into Ryan Jacoby getting number 84 playing tight end for you guys?
He had that last week.
But yeah, I get it. But I'm saying, what's going into you guys doing that consistently?
Again, it's just what we call a heavy package, and we're just putting a big tight end in there that can block, and it's like having an extra lineman in there. But he's eligible, and he's got really good hands too. So eventually we'll get to that too.
What's your evaluation on Keaton in his first game back?
I think it was okay. Again, he was efficient with the football. 20 of 27. Took what they were giving us. Didn't make bad decisions, throwing the ball into coverage down the field, and thought he was good.
Is your defensive line getting enough pressure this year?
Right now, no. But I think 4 of our top 5 defensive ends didn't play today. So that's we had a lot of guys on the D-line play. You saw a bunch of Chris Maloney and Bam Brema. John Morgan was out there, and they're getting the ball out fast too. There's not a ton of drop back. It's a lot of run pass option passes. Even on third down, they were throwing RPOs at us as well. You're stopping the run or trying to stop the run and trying to defend the pass at the same time.
Did the score determine how much you played your starters today?
Not really. Again, you got whatever, 14 up. We talked about it at one point. Just getting Nate in there again and letting him go. Coach Signetti just wanted to stick with it and finish it the right way.
What's the significance of having Daniel?
We had a lot of 2s in on defense. I can tell you that. 3s, maybe 4s.
Having Daniel Carter in that role and being able to convert those short yards.
Yeah, Daniel did a nice job. Again, on his carries, but he did even a nicer job in the run game. He's the best fullback we've had since George Aston. As far as just picking up the right guy. A lot of those runs are springing because, he's searching up there and picking up the right guy and popping Izzy free. So Daniel does a nice job there, and then he does a nice job on some of the carries he got today.
The bulk of the yards in the first half came off of 2 explosives. What adjustment was made to limit those in the second half?
Nothing really. Play, focus. First one was a formation in the boundary. I think, we had a backup safety in there. PJ was in there, and I think PJ ran right in the back of John Morgan. He's got to find the hole, and that's, not very good by our 2. So some guys earn playing time, some guys will lose playing time based on how they perform today. That's just, you try to give guys opportunities, but you giving a guy an opportunity, he gives up a big run, it's not good.
What happened there with the onside kick at the end? Was that something you guys called?
Yeah, it's something we called. Obviously, you got the ball at the 50-yard line, we can kick it deep. The first time we had that earlier in the year, I forget what game, maybe it was Tennessee or whatever, we kicked it deep. But they got to be aware of that kick, and you got the ball at the 50-yard line. There's not much risk, after a 15-yarder for roughing our kicker on the other one. And Junko hadn't got a lot of reps at it either. So kudos to Coach not Coach Junko, to Coach Junko's grandson of executing that properly.
Is there an importance of having Izzy be kind of like a workhorse, bell cow running back for that offense, or something that you possibly can depend on week in, week out?
Yeah, Izzy's been the workhorse, and again, Vince had some nice runs as well, including the one at the end, which they had 3 timeouts, and they weren't using them. So we're going to run the ball. And again, really didn't try to score, but just happened to score by accident, I guess.
Is your team where you'd hoped it would be as conference play approaches?
We'll find out next week. I mean, it's never where you want it to be, ever. Again, we talked about being clean going into this game, and I don't think it was as clean. We had too many penalties. Again, we'll find out who they were. And, even on the special teams, we had a couple penalties, holding on a kickoff return that puts us back at the 13-yard line with 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. So, just little things like that. Young guys, I think that was Javon McIntyre. They got to clean that stuff up when you get into ACC play.
Are your receivers doing what you're expecting of them? Jared wasn't in today, so missing the top guy. But you guys, not a lot of passes downfield. Are you still looking for more from them?
We're looking for more. No question about it. And we're a little shorthanded at the wideout spot, but we'll continue to get better. They'll have to play better.
Did Izzy scare you there at the end of the first half?
No, Izzy don't scare me. Izzy was good. He just got rolled up on a little bit. He was good. So I didn't even go out there very fast because I knew he was good.
What did you like from Carter Johnson's blocking efforts today? It looked like you guys lined him in a lot of different places to be kind of a lead blocker.
Yeah, Carter's a football player. It was nice to see him get a catch and run down the sideline on a little kind of play action pass. And he's a good football player. He's tough. He's physical, and he plays hard all the time. And he does a great job on special teams. So we're fired up to have him. He's gonna help us down the road here for sure.
Speaking of special teams, MJ, with the punt return in the first quarter, what is it that makes him such a lethal weapon back there?
He's been a good punt returner. He's only had 2 prior to today, and he didn't catch either one. I'm sure we're a little afraid of putting him back there, but we made the decision to put him back there, take some off the receivers because we're shorthanded there, and he did a nice job. He's fast, and we saw that in the WVU game. And if you get the ball in his hands, again, I think it gave him a lot of confidence today. It gave the coaches a lot of confidence that when he goes back there, something good can happen. Great blocking as well.
Pat, how much of the kind of defensive lapses and mistakes that you mentioned on defense can be chalked up to the fact that you were rotating so many guys in?
Rotating or playing, a lot of young guys. We'll look at the tape and find out, what starters or backups were in there when it happened. Like I said, the one run was PJ, and again, they get some RPOs on you, but you better stop the run. I think for the most part, we stopped the run except for one play. What they rushed for? Looks like they net rushed 63, and I think they had 62 on one game, so should have been 0. But one play pops on you. You got to make a play, and you got to fit it right.
Next week's game, time undecided, but prime time football. Do you prefer a late game or any? Do you care?
I love noon games, but whenever they say we're playing, we get to play. We're excited. It doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. Just getting the opportunity to go play number 5 and be 1-0 next week. That's the goal.
Anything final? Coach,
All right. Have a good weekend.